Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Falcon Plays Rimworld. I have no idea what the fuck we're doing. It's cut me a break here. I just woke up like not too long ago. I'm barely having my coffee. I'm trying to get my bearings together. You know, up is down right now, left is right, right is left. It's nighttime. It's really not nighttime. It's crack of the morning. But you know, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to get my bearings here. Let me take a look around though really quickly. We have a lot of bodies in here, meaning... Wait, was this part of the fucked up raid that happened? I think it was, right? Where we lost Robin and, who was it? Robin and Redneck Charlie. Right. We had that attacked from down over here below, and apparently my turrets was enough to stop it. I have a lot more blast charges now. This isn't the real solution to what's happening down here, by the way. I think that it's gonna be hard to kind of get a good proper defense down here, because my base is so low to the ground, right? So, I don't know, it's just like really fucked up. Like, see, this guy kind of goes up to here, right? I don't know, it's gonna be a while before we can kind of figure out a proper way to kind of fix this whole situation for us, but I don't know, man, we gotta figure out somehow. Let's actually get this minigun hauled off, though, or maybe not even hauled off, but somebody could probably take up the stand that Robin left behind. Man, we've had really bad luck with the DC characters, haven't we? Tassie Killer, what's going on over here, brother? Housemaid. Tassie Killer, are you a good fighter? Like, I just want to know. Shooting almost a 7. You know what? If you are awake, like no longer incapacitated, maybe I could wake you up to come and acquire this weapon over here. That wouldn't be such a bad idea, I don't believe. I'm still using my old mouse, by the way, so I apologize if there's any noises with the scrolling of the mouse wheel. It's a really loud mouse, unfortunately, but you know what? As opposed to my good mouse, it actually works and scrolls properly, so we have to kind of deal with it. So, I felt like I've talked long enough here. Let's actually get the game going. You know what happened, though? We were in the middle of causing some, I guess, muffalo and animal genocide when that raid came about, so how about we continue that first and foremost? Let's go into the orders really quickly and hunt all these motherfuckers down, because we definitely can. I gotta keep an eye on them though, because, you know, they have a tendency to shoot themselves, unfortunately. It's like the whole Dick Cheney type of situation here. Alright, there you go. So that guy is also marked for extinction as well. Speaking of marked for extinction, what about these guys over here? You know what? No squirrels and boom rats in my base, alright? That's all I want. Simple. Just stay out of here, and stay out of the southern part. Don't spawn here. That's all I really want you guys to do. Alrighty, so what do we have to do today? Well, defenses would be nice. There's another minigun here too. I guess we could use another person with a minigun. Who could wield the minigun left behind by Robin is the real question. I'm not really sure. Gamer for 20, he's always kind of like, you know, under the influence of something. Andre the artist, I'm not sure. Shooting, yeah, I don't think he's capable for that. I need like a Crusader to step up and just be like, you know, Falcon, put the load on me. I mean, not that type of load, I assure you. But, you know, just like, you know, I'll bear the burden of whatever has to happen here. TechSmith, I don't think that's gonna be you, buddy. Apologize. Not anything against you, TechSmith, but you're just not a good shooter, unfortunately. We are trying to set this up over here, though, for some target practice, right? I guess we'll hold off on that minigun for now. And let's actually, well, we're also doing some hunting. Let's get some mining done as well. Let's say we go through here, and then we'll probably set up another support pillar soon enough to kind of continue that endeavor over here. Miklo Velk is just kind of, look at this guy. This guy's crazy. He's just kind of like wandering around trying to get a perfect position on all these animals. Miklo, you know what? This is like shooting fish in a barrel. You don't have to be like so like methodical about it. Squirrel could get hauled off now. No big deal there. Alrighty. So, everything seems to be built from last time at the very least. What we could do is probably burn some bodies, though, just to get rid of those motherfuckers up there. I'm not pleased with those guys, by the way. They're the reason why we lost 2 people to begin with. Bread Bull, you're asleep right now. Well, you know what? You're gonna have to wake up, Bread Bull, because, sleeping is not in your itinerary at the moment. Let's get you over here. We'll toss some, you know, Molotov cocktails and they'll burn those bodies. Yada, yada, yada. What do I want to talk about today? Well, there's a lot to talk about. Well, I guess there is. There really is and there isn't, but I have something to talk about. Oh, you know what? I should be talking about, though, is turning these turrets off because they don't need to be on right now. So, that would be a pretty good point subject over here. Turn that off, Falcon. Good. Okay. Not a big deal there. I think I wanted to set up some lights in the hallway. We might have that chance, but first we need to upgrade our spool situation, right? because we are trying to build these batteries. So batteries first, and then once we get those batteries up and running, we need some spool to actually connect this to here. And then secondly, we're gonna need to put up some battery or some lights in the hallway. So we'll do that soon. But you know, right now the first order of business is killing these rats and whatnot, and you know, muffaloes, I suppose. Did this motherfucker just spawn in here? Like, I don't think he's marked for hunt. Jesus Christ, these squirrels, they multiply faster than, like, you know, never mind. Fine, let's just say they multiply faster than rabbits to keep it politically correct here. I was gonna say something really insensitive because that's in my nature. I should be allowed to say it just because, you know, I think that if you're part of a certain nationality, you're okay with saying, like, you know, somewhat stereotypical comments about it. I mean, it's all in jest, right? I mean, we know you don't really mean it. I mean, I have a friend who's like, literally, every fucking, I don't know, big, what would you call it? ZoomCon, you better be careful there, buddy. He's like every single, like, imaginable race or, like, you know, ethnicity imaginable. ZoomCon, so you're cleaning blood, which is alright. However, you're also in the line of fire, so you might want to just move down here for a second, my friend. Just so that you don't, you know, feel the wrath of friendly fire, as we felt that before. Alrighty, Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke's still waiting for recruitment. Jesus Christ, Gunsmoke. When is it gonna be, like, you know, time to come in? Alrighty, let's, speaking of time to come in, let's actually pick up these animals here and bring them in. We'll, you know, butcher them up and do our thing over there. So squirrels are dead. Excellent. Alright. So get those things hauled off, we'll butcher them up, blah blah blah. So, I mentioned I had things to talk about. ZoomCon, you're free to go now, do your thing. I do and I don't. What about this guy? Boomrad, where did you show up? Are you guys just, like, literally spawning in the base now? Don't do that. Let's pick these guys up right here. I just watched, finally, I finally watched, I've been anticipating it forever now, but I finally watched Godzilla, the new Godzilla that came out, and Jesus Christ, that was good, man. Now, here's my thing. A lot of people are gonna say otherwise. Oh, Bread Bowl, my bad, buddy. I'm sorry, you're like, you know, alright, Falcon, I'm here, what the fuck do you want me to do? I want you to burn bodies, my friend, that's what you normally do. Just do what you do best. That Boomrad's on fire, it's gonna be unfortunate for him. Alright, Boomrad. You kind of, got yourself in a tough pickle there. I figure that Boomrats and fire go hand in hand, though. Are you okay, this is the guy we're still waiting to kill. Okay, that's understandable. Be careful not to kill him around the blast charges, guys, because then it'll set, like, this whole chain reaction off. See, that's exactly what I meant. It's exactly what I meant. Brett, we'll get out of there. It might be dangerous. Alrighty, there you go. Good. I watched Godzilla finally, and it was the shit. Like, a lot of people will probably feel otherwise about it. I've read, like, you know, criticism here and there, and that's understandable. Everybody has their own opinion, right? The thing is that I hear the most foretelling thing I keep hearing all the time is, or at least the biggest complaints is there's not enough Godzilla, there's not enough fighting, and that's understandable. Here's my, I guess, reasoning though. The director of the movie, Garrett Edwards, I believe that's who it was, he's a really big Godzilla fan, allegedly, and judging by the movie, I'm gonna have to agree that he is. It's not just kind of like, you know, shitting you or anything like that. What is this? Oh, sweet, a new person. Excellent. I love getting new people because it means new people to rename. A good miner. You know, whatever over here, whatever over there. But, you know, this is a good miner. That's good. Alrighty, so Martha Andrews, as opposed to Martha Stewart. Let me have Liam come and rescue you from this debacle that happened to you. Capture this individual. Excellent, alright. So a lot of people will say that there's not enough action, and, you know, I agree in a sense. Like, there's action, but there's not enough Godzilla action. Here's the thing, though. I would have gone into that same type of, I guess, negativity towards it, but the problem is, that you gotta realize, is that the Toho films, which is, like, you know, the originators of the Godzilla movies, the makers of them, I suppose you could say, they also... Did we haul them off? Yeah, Liam's bringing them back over here. The Toho movies also had... Oh, I'm not sure what happened to my voice there. The Toho movies also had their fair share... Are those bodies? Yeah, those are bodies, right. The Toho movies also had their fair share of a lot of dialogue between characters. And, you know, sure there's a lot more, I guess, action in them. But there's also a lot of story involved. Like, you know, you could say otherwise, but honestly... I would want to say to the detractors, go and watch the Toho films before you watch the new Godzilla movie. Or if you've already watched it, go back and watch the Toho films and actually take a good look at them. And before we take a good look at him, let me get Andrew set up here for recruitment. Prisoner, friendly Chad, good to go, excellent. Go back and take a look at him, and there's a lot of dialogue in there, there's a lot of story. The Toho movies, here's the thing, Godzilla, it's a cool monster flick, you know, just fucking shit up, understandable. But the problem is that, well, not the problem, but the main thing behind those movies is that they were originally kind of like a way for Toho to kind of push the whole, I guess, radioactive shit, like, you know, just us as humans messing with the environment, you know, setting off bombs. You know, that's the reason why Godzilla originally awakened, was born, yada yada yada, from radioactivity, shit like that, right? So in a way, it was... Is this? Okay. Well, that sucks because we can't even use that because we can't build anything on that side. Oh, you know what? There's a little bit of metal over here. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so like it was basically there almost like a plea to be like, yeah, you know what? We're fucking up the Earth over here by, you know, radioactive bombs and testing. You know, we need to get our shit together. That was basically the original point, or not point, but the original, I guess, the theme behind Godzilla. Like, yeah, sure, it's a monster film, fucking shit up. I love it. You know, we all love it, but they did have like a theme behind it, right? And I felt this movie does the same thing in reality. They're always mentioning like Hiroshima. They're talking about like, you know, whether it's the smart thing to do to blow up that bomb. I'm not really spoiling anything of the movie, by the way, so don't freak out in case you haven't watched it and you plan to watch it. They're talking about, you know, just the dangers of like using an atomic bomb to solve their problems again. So there's a lot of character dialogue in the Toho films themselves. So it's not just this movie where you're gonna be like, oh, there's not enough action. A trade ship's passing nearby, they're a wood economy vessel. Not really that important to us at this point, honestly. I mean, I'll probably, you know, humor them and kind of go talk to them, you know, keep us, you know, rubbing elbows with the, I guess, trade ships, but we don't really necessarily need it, but let's go check it out either way. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dialogue in those movies, a lot of story, and even in those movies I found myself thinking at times, I just want to see some monsters fighting, right? I mean, that's what you want to see, that's what you're interested in. Should we acquire some planks? I believe we should, just because we could use them for wooden doors, and that actually could be beneficial to our long stay here. And either way, we have like a lot of silver at this point, it's just kind of like excess silver, if anything. So, let's give them 2,000 roughly worth. That's good. Close it off. No big problem there. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the big detractors I've heard of the Godzilla movie, and that's understandable. But I feel that a lot of people that sometimes are, you know, complaining about that also are kind of remembering the Godzilla movies through rose-tinted glasses in a sense, where it's kind of like, you do realize that there was a lot of story in those movies too, and a lot of unneeded, like, and the thing is that, I'm not saying that the acting in this movie was great, because, you know, even the lead guy, not Bryan Cranston, the other guy, necessarily the greatest actor around, but he was alright for what he did. But if you look back at the Toho films, they were really kind of campy, like the acting was cheesy and whatnot. Sure, it was Japanese, so like, sometimes we have a tendency, oh, solar flare. You know what that means, right? Raid's probably gonna happen whenever there's a fucking, solar flare. It's kind of like, oh, Raiders are like, oh, let's do it right now. Let's just go over here and like fuck this guy's fun up. But yeah, I mean, I felt that there's a pass on it because it's like in older movies. It's kind of like, oh yeah, acting wasn't the same as it once was, you know, or it is now. 42 colonists idle. That's understandable. We have a lot of people. We recruited Gunsmoke finally though. So Gunsmoke, maybe you, my friend, if you are a good fighter, you are, you know, almost a 6. So let's just hook you up with this minigun because we might as well have somebody with it. So Gunsmoke, welcome aboard. Instantly you're gonna acquire yourself a minigun welcoming into the base, so that's a pretty good prize for you. So yeah, I feel that, you know, just watch some of the older movies. If you can't really tolerate, oh, by the way, the other thing we can do, I suppose, is deconstruct this and set up some more mining drills over here. So let's do bam, 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 and bam. Or actually, you know what? No, that's good. So yeah, I mean, just go back and watch these movies and realize, you know, yeah, sure, they weren't all about just fucking monsters fighting the whole time. I mean, that'd be fun and everything, but, you know, if there's... this movie kind of has to kind of please two different crowds, right? You have to please the Godzilla fans, and you have to kind of also please the, I guess, the casual type of moviegoer and whatnot. And there has to be like a really big human element, I do believe. Let's see here. Where is the laser drill once again? Laser drill, laser drill. Why am I not seeing you here? Are you in the building section? You probably are. You totally are? Alright. So if I was to set this up here, I would be able to put solar generator, or geothermal generator right about there. So this is a good spot for it right about here. And if we were to kill this guy too, we would basically have the other one going. But I feel that that would probably be a little... Why is this red? Okay. That was tripping me out for a second. I was like, why is the ground red? Why does the ground need to be fixed? So yeah, I mean, just go into it not expecting like a shit ton. There's a bunch of teasing. That's the other thing people complain about, that, you know, they tease Godzilla way too long. And yeah, I mean, but it builds for the excitement, at least for me. So I mean, honestly, I have really no negative restraints about it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm planning to, I'm not sure if I will. It really takes quite the movie to make me want to go watch it 2 times in the theater. But I feel inclined to do it, honestly. I'll just probably more than likely wind up just waiting till it comes out on DVD or something, or Blu-ray, you know, stream, blah blah blah. But I feel really inclined to watch it again, which is really good. I mean, a lot of movies these days don't make me want to be like, oh, you know what, let me go spend a lot of absurd amount of money to watch this in theaters once again. Alright, so sulfur is being an issue. However, our batteries are built, which is good. And spool is coming along pretty nicely, so what we could do for now is actually start running the power conduits that we need for this endeavor. Alright. So taking a look at what's going on over here, I'd imagine a good power conduit would probably run through here, and then through here, and then somewhere over here. Sure, I could kind of take a shortcut and mine through this. That probably wouldn't be the worst idea, to be quite honest with you. How about we do that? Just so we could kind of keep this area a little bit clean. So how about we do mining through yay, and then through here, and then maybe through here, right? I think that'll work out. And then we'll run the power conduit like so, and then just connect it straight up into the geothermal generator. Yeah, that works out for me. Sure, there is a blast charge right there, but you know what? Hopefully it doesn't cause too much of an issue. And we detected some wreckage. What is that? That's actually near our place. So you know what? Might as well pick it up. It's there. I said pick it up. Alright, good. There you go. It's there. Might as well pick it up and have it doing its thing. We've butchered all those animals already, which is also a good thing as well. Alrighty. Our stockpile for the food is indeed on the table, so that makes it a lot easier for people to get proper meals, assuming our power is on for it to actually happen. So that's been mined out relatively fast too. We have so many people that whenever we do finally have something to do, it's kind of like everybody's like hands on deck type of thing. So we'll do power conduit through there, through here, and then we'll connect this guy. Blast charge, you're breaking my balls now. You're severely breaking my balls. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna probably deconstruct this. I wanted to have this in here just in case of, raids penetrate us, and isn't that what she said all the time, right? No, it's not. But yeah, we'll deconstruct that, and then we'll just connect that to that geothermal, and then we'll have these batteries start charging up as well. And then ultimately, what I want to do with these batteries is keep them up as like a backup type of thing. So we'll have that in case our mains power situation here gets busted by raids. And now that that's been put down, let's go ahead and power conduit up the rest of the way here. So we won't be able to connect these just yet, but as our spool situation grows, we'll be able to do it quite easily. What do we have here? We have a mysterious blight destroyed my crops. That's quite unfortunate. Our food is starting to dwindle down a bit, though, right? Remember, we're like in the 5, almost 6,000 range. So, you know, it's probably not in our... It's probably in our best situation to probably start thinking about expanding this a little bit more. I was also told that we could probably... Yeah, can we grow... Yeah, we could grow other things here. How about we grow something else other than just potatoes all the time, huh? Let's say we make this potato plant. No, let's go ahead and make this strawberry, right? Switch it up a bit, and then we can make this, some agave would be pretty good, I think. And then we can make some, I don't know, raspberry bush? Is this something that we could eat? I mean, imagine you should be able to eat them, right? So let's make that raspberry bush, and then we can make this... Or how about we be really cool about this and like, what is this one again? Strawberry, right? So let's just make this a whole line of strawberries, as a matter of fact. Now, I have to imagine that depending on the type of plant that you're growing, it probably has a different growth rate, but that's alright. So, strawberries in the first row, and then the second row will be, let's do agave for this guy. Alright. Just to kind of switch it up a bit. Like, people were telling me, like, hey, you know, she's got some other things going on. I'm like, you know what? It's not a bad idea, especially because it's not gonna really make me have to do too much other than just switch this over. So, agave, strawberry, and then for this one, we could probably even do the raspberry bush to kind of switch it up a little bit here. So, raspberry bush, good to go. Raspberry bush, good to go. And then finally, one more over here, and that'll be good. Just kind of switch it up a bit for everybody involved. Alrighty, so food, though, it's kind of low. Let's see, how can we go about this? I swear to God, these, goddamn scurvy scoundrels keep popping up here all the time. Doesn't matter how often you hunt them, it just pop up again. Jesus Christ, you guys need to relax already. Stop eating my goddamn crops, right? Luckily, the fire will be, or the rain will be able to put out the fire caused by the boom rats, so that's not too big of a deal. Let's go and haul this off too. You know, we might have a lot less food, like regular plants, but meat should be pretty good, assuming... Why isn't our meat being counted? I mean, it's here. That's quite interesting. What do we have here? And we successfully recruited Andrews already, so good. Andrews, you are not a good fighter, however. But let's go ahead and give you a few things to do, as well as gun smoke. So firefighting is always one. Again, it's probably really counterproductive to put one firefighting for everybody, but you know, at this point I really don't want to switch the way I kind of operate things at this point. So Gunsmoke the Surgeon, let's keep you up and cleaning for one. Fuck art, it's not even applicable just yet. Hauling, yeah, let's make this like a 2. You can't clean too well, it seems, so we'll make you like a hauler 1, Andrews, whoever you might up being. Actually, no, mining 1. And then we'll make this like a 2. Alright, that's good. And then for Gunsmoke, I guess we'll make you a hunter. And sure, help out in a little bit of doctoring, and Warden, we'll make this a 0, 0 here. 0 here, cooking, hunting. We only have 1 cook, right? No, we have 2 cooks already. And then hunting 2 and constructing, repairing. Let's make this like a 2 for you, constructing like a 3, and then repairing like a 3 for you. That works out for me. If it doesn't for you, then I apologize, but it works out for me with my narrow-minded views here. We do need to get those spools up and running though, but I believe we're using some of it as well for the goddamn laser drill, which requires 70 spool anyway, so that's lagging a bit in the whole building process because we are not building spool fast enough, which really in reality makes me want to start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. Sorry. Fucking singing Usher music here suddenly. So how about we add another Tinker's table? I think that would probably work out pretty good for us. Maybe put one over here instead, right? Yeah, that would work out. So for now, let's call it an episode, guys. We'll add another Tinker's table here for more spool, and then we'll continue mining this out so we can continue doing the whole future shooting range that we want to do here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know we talked a little bit about everything, and it was a slow episode, but at least it got us a chance to do some stuff and kind of see where the base is going here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I encourage you to click the thumbs up button. The support really does mean a lot at all times. Any comments you want to leave, go ahead and leave them. Other than that, I'll catch you guys next time.